leader of UKIP, Richard Braine, has kicked off his reign by directly confronting those who find his name somewhat amusing.
You know, you have to, if your name is Dick Braine, I am like a boy named Sue, and I have had to go through my life dealing with all sorts of situations.
But it's not just his name that sparked controversy, with UKIP polling just 1% and many voters deserting it for the Brexit Party. Critics say Braine must address the relevance of his organisation. The party's also come under fire for its recent association with far-right activist Tommy Robinson and for the new leader's comments about the Quran. Earlier, Richard Braine joined me in the studio and he started by telling me why people should vote for his party rather than the Brexit Party.
We've got a manifesto of policies that's evolved over many, many years, and frankly the Brexit Party doesn't have that. We also have voting structures in the party, so people elect their branch chairman, people participate in the party at every level. We have an elected NEC that makes executive decisions like a board, like a company's board. And of course we elect our leader as well, which the Brexit Party didn't. So I'm not sure what would happen if Nigel Farage decided to resign again. We know that he resigned the day after the referendum, and he also walked away from UKIP in the end, having not promoted it for a long time.
Some will find it alarming seeing the party lurching to the far right. There is Gerard Batten, your former leader, making friends with Tommy Robinson, for example, the far-right activist.
Well, Tommy Robinson is not far-right and not extreme. Tommy Robinson filled out a political compass test the other day, and he was one click under the centre point, halfway between authoritarian and libertarian, and halfway between left and right. So his politics are actually moderate. My politics are exactly the same.
He was jailed for almost collapsing a sexual grooming trial. I mean, this man has been convicted.
Yes, I mean, I think almost collapsing a trial, I think, is overstating it. Certainly, it looks like they've decided to put him in jail for contempt of court, in fact. I would like to say that UKIP would campaign for his release just so that he could be tried for his real crimes against this country.
So we're going to see Tommy Robinson taking a larger part now, a larger role in UKIP under your remit?
No, UKIP has very clear rules about joining the party. You cannot join the party if you have belonged to a list of prescribed organisations, which includes organisations that Tommy Robinson has belonged to.
The other day, saying you'd like to ban the handing out of the Quran. You can understand why that would cause some...
What I actually said, and I think this has been misrepresented, but what I actually said is this, that we have laws against incitement to violence. So it is illegal to encourage people to go and be violent to, let's say, someone who doesn't believe the same things you do.
I think you're being deliberately provocative by talking about the Quran, a religious document. It's been part of Islam for centuries and centuries, the core of Islamism, and yet there you are saying you're banning on handing it out. That is provocative, isn't it, in a multicultural society here?
I didn't say that. What I said is that we already have a law against incitement to violence. And in fact, if you look at people handing out the Quran, it does contain those incitements to violence. And so there is a question over whether it's actually illegal to do so. And I think we need to look into that.